and welcome back to Home Decor 101, where we take the mystery out of beautiful homes, inside and out. So I know I always hit the inside of a home, but today we're going to switch it up. We're going outside and we're going to dive into 13, no, scratch that, let's do 15 of the most popular exterior home styles. Whether you're house hunting, planning a remodel, or just curious about that cute house down the street, this video is going to help you identify each style at a glance. We're going to talk about what to look for, when each style became popular, and where in the US that you're most likely to see them. So grab a cup of coffee, a mug of tea, hit that subscribe button, and let's take a walk through some beautiful homes. So the first house that you're likely to see is going to be colonial. So we're starting with one of the oldest American home styles. These homes are symmetrical, boxy, and usually 2 stories with a centered front door and evenly spaced windows. They often feature shutters, a gable roof, and brick or wood siding. Now these have been popular since the 1600s, and they are most popular and most commonly seen in New England and the Mid-Atlantic area. They're timeless, formal, and full of charm. Number 2, Federal. So it looks a lot like colonial, but with more delicate details. Think rounded fan lights over the door, narrow columns, and elegant proportions. These homes often have brick facades and decorative ironwork. Now, they've been popular from the late 1700s to the early 1800s, and they're most popular in the East Coast cities like Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. It's like colonial's fancy cousin. So coming in at number 3, we have Craftsman Bungalow. The Craftsman Bungalows are cozy, character-filled, and perfect for porch lovers. Look for low-pitched roofs, wide eaves with exposed rafters, thick tapered columns, and lots of natural materials like stone and wood. Now they've been popular since around 1905 through the 1930s mainly, and they're most popular in the West Coast, especially California. And trust me, if you see one, you'll want to move in and start sipping iced tea on that porch. And coming in at number 4, we have Tudor Revival. Now, Tudor Revival homes look like they were pulled from a fairy tale. Key features include steeply pitched gable roofs, brick and stucco exteriors, tall, narrow windows, and half timber detailing. They are super impressive, and trust me, this is a house that most people can pick out. Now, they've been popular from the 1920s to the 1940s. However, you will still see some floating around today, and they are most popular in the Midwest and the Northeast. They're charming, romantic, and just a little bit mysterious. Next up, we have Mid-Century Modern. Now, Mid-Century Modern is all about clean lines, flat or low-pitched roofs, big windows, and a strong indoor-outdoor connection. Look for asymmetry, open carports, and minimal ornamentation. Now they've been popular from the 1945 time span through like the 1970s, but of course you can definitely still see these, and they are highly sought after. Now they're most popular in Southern California and the Southwest. It's really sleek, stylish, and still trending hard. At number 6, we have Farmhouse. Farmhouse style is all about simplicity and function, with a welcoming front porch, vertical siding, often board and batten, gable roofs, and black or dark hardware. Modern versions use a lot of white paint with metal roofs and warm wood accents. Now they've been popular really since the 1800s, but they were revived in the 2000s, 2010s. They're most popular in rural and suburban areas across the South and the Midwest. So think rustic charm with modern polish. Coming in at number 7, contemporary homes are modern in the now sense. Flat or asymmetrical roofs, clean materials like concrete and metal, huge windows, and eco-friendly design. These homes feel sleek, artistic, and often blend right into the landscape. Now, they've been popular heavily since maybe the 1980s on up until today. They're most popular in urban and coastal areas, and if you love bold architecture, this one's for you. At number 8, we have Mediterranean Spanish Revival, another beautiful style, with red tile roofs, stucco exteriors, arched doorways, and wrought iron accents. Mediterranean and Spanish Revival homes bring major vacation vibes. They're usually warm-toned and surrounded by lush landscaping and courtyards. Now, they've been popular since the 1950s through the 1940s, but they are still being built today. There's something about this style that's just absolutely so beautiful, it pulls you in. Now, they're most popular in California, Florida, and some of those southwest states like Arizona, for instance. It's like a slice of Europe, just with palm trees. Number 9, log cabin or rustic lodges. Now, log cabins and rustic lodges, the homes scream mountain living. Made with logs or natural wood as sidings, big stone fireplaces, and exposed beams, they blend right into wooded or mountainous areas. They don't stand out. They've been popular since, honestly, the colonial era, with a resurgence in the 1980s. And they're most popular in mountainous regions and the Pacific Northwest. They're perfect for cabins, vacation homes, or anyone channeling cozy rustic vibes. Number 10, Cape Cod. Now, Cape Cod homes are small, symmetrical, and practical. Look for steep roofs, dormer windows, and central chimneys. They're cute, classic, and often clad in shingles or clapboard siding. They've been popular since the 1600s, but they were revived again in the 1930s through the 1950s, and they've kind of hung around since then. Of course, these are most popular in the Cape Cod area in New England. It's really seaside charm at its finest. Oh, here's one I think a lot of you all are going to like, Victorian. Now, Victorian homes are ornate, colorful, and full of personality. They often have towers, turrets, gingerbread trim, and a whole mix of textures and colors. These homes really stand out. They've been popular since the 1830s till around 1900. However, you still will see some today, but some people are doing Victorian fusion homes like Victorian Goth and along those lines. They're most popular in San Francisco, parts of the Northeast, and old southern towns. It's romantic, detailed, and often a showstopper. At number 12, we have row houses and brownstones. Now, row houses and brownstones are narrow, tall, and often attached to others in a row. They're usually made of brick or stone with large front stoops and classic moldings. These homes are iconic in urban settings. Popular from the 1800s to the early 1900s, however, you will see brownstones still being built today. They're most popular in East Coast cities, New York, Philly, Boston, and DC. They're city classics and oh, so charming. At number 13, we have the ranch-style homes. These are definitely popular where I am in Oklahoma. One story, they're long and low with an open layout and an attached garage. Simple, functional, and very American. They really peaked popularity from the 1940s through the 1970s. However, if you go on Zillow right now, I guarantee you one of the first 5 homes you see are going to be ranch style. They're most popular in suburbs across the South, Southwest, and the Midwest. They're great for easy living, great for aging in place because you don't really have to worry about stairs, and they're great for open concept lovers. Number 14, we have Dutch Colonial. So let's add Dutch Colonial to the list. You'll know it when you see the signature gambrel roof. That's the barn-style double slope. These homes are charming and symmetrical, often with dormer windows, wood siding, and cozy cottage-like features. They've been popular or really gained popularity around the 1600s, and then that was revived again in around the 1920s. They're most popular in New York, Pennsylvania, and throughout the Northeast. So if you love a historic home with personality, this one's definitely for you. Whew, number 15, coastal and beach houses. Finally, we are at the end. These homes are light, breezy, and made for sea air. You're going to see large porches because a lot of people spend a lot of time outside. Weather-resistant materials like shingles or hardy boards, and lots of big windows to soak in those beautiful water views. Now, they've been popular, peaking in around the 1900s and still today. They're most popular in coastal regions like the Carolinas, Florida, and California. They're relaxed, casual, and full of vacation vibes, whether you're near water or not. So there you have it, 15 popular exterior home styles explained in one video. Now these are not all the home styles out there by any means. I'm just giving you a random 15 just for you to recognize, just so you know how to identify the architecture, understand the history, and maybe even discover what style feels most like you. If this video gave you any inspiration or education, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe and tap the bell to join me for more home decor content every time I post. And if you're in the mood to refresh your curb appeal, check out the description box for my hand-picked links to exterior lighting, doormats, mailboxes, and any other thing that works with these styles. Thanks for watching Home Decor 101. Remember, it doesn't matter if the outside exterior of your home is Cape Cod or farmhouse. The most important thing you can have in your home is a happy family and a feeling of gratitude. I'll see you in the next one.